Hello everyone and welcome to the intro for this intro. Now, when we decided to take a barn find bike and turn it into a road race machine, we knew we were biting off quite a big project. However, as you're going to find out in this quite a long video, we nearly didn't have levers, we nearly didn't have me, we nearly didn't have a race. At one point we went home, the weather absolutely shafted us, but it all came together and we made it to the paddock for our first road race. So please stay tuned on this massive video, grab a cup of tea if you need to. This is Unrestricted Isle. This is a 1991 Honda CBR400RR, an NC29, NC29 even. And in 73 days, it's going road racing.
You sure about that?
I know, but this little impulse buy that I found on Facebook for £200 has got to go on track beforehand. Although I don't know whether it runs, whether the engine turns over, or what I might find when I pull this apart, in exactly 1 month, I need to ride it on track so that I know how it works. So I best stop filming this and pull it apart. So yeah, this bike popped up on Facebook Marketplace. It was being broken. The guy wanted to part it out. He'd had it sat in his shed for too long, but it said on the bottom, you can have the whole bike for 200 quid. And I thought, you know what, for 200 quid, that's got to be worth something. Either I break it or put it back together and can sell it for more. So went down and picked it up. Now at the time I knew it was missing a seat that had gone, and there was actually someone on the way to come and pick up the top triple clamp, which was already off the bike. That's why the forks are up where they were. Now I did not know anything about the history of this bike. It came with a couple bits of paper, and I mean a couple. Now this is a 1991 model, but it wasn't registered straight away. After some years, it got registered and I've got an MOT to show it. Then it got a dyno run at Slicks, which we have the printout for, and that's it. That's all the paperwork that came with this. No history, but obviously it's been a race bike. Now I don't know why, but this teeny tiny bike has a really big chain. That looks like a 530 or even a 535. It is massive. How cool are these? Found them in the box of bits. We've got the Armstrong High Performance Asbestos Free British Racing Green Pads. Still in the little wrapper. We've also got, looks like another front brake, rear brake, and some odds and sods. Already found some weird things with this bike. The wiring at the back, some of it's been unplugged, but it looks like there's some extras putting in, so that's going to be real fun. And the fuel tank, the fuel line's just cut off, right where it comes out. There's about 1 inch on it. Oh, I've just spotted something. So this is a fuel pipe, and I think, yeah, it's gone a little bit brittle. So yeah, first priority is pulling the suspension off because I need to take it down to AGR Motorsport and they're going to see what options there are. Apparently you can get emulators for the NC29 stuff where you can put NC30 on, and I think they can do a cartridge or it's more adjustable or something, but I don't know. Suspension, I don't like to touch, so I'll take it down to Andy. So what I'm going to do before I pull it too far apart is hook up a battery and just see what it does. We're going to check there's some oil in it and try to turn the engine by hand first though, just in case. Right, so here's the crucial bit, the interesting one. No, I don't know whether this bike runs. I don't even know whether, you know, the engine is an anchor. What we're going to do now is pop off this little cover and then we should be able to turn the crank by hand and see if the engine actually spins over. All the plugs are out. They've had a good soaking with WD in there. Yeah, fingers crossed. It works. Oh, yes! Well, that's good. It seems very smooth. Turning it over nice and easy, just with the one hand. No gritty bits. This is a good sign. Okay, so we attached the battery, then nothing happened. Having a poke at wiring, we've discovered this plug, which is, we haven't got a wiring diagram yet, but quick Googlio says that that's the main ignition switch, which makes sense as to why it's not going to work. So we'll stick this in.
There's the wire. It's red to red, isn't it?
Yeah, red to red, and the blue and orange was just for the fan. Bridge that in as if it's turned the key on. Hold this on here.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh god, everything's falling off. I got one hand. Right.
Oh.
Aha, we have a light.
High beam.
That shouldn't be on because that switch is off.
Yeah.
Let's look it on.
Nothing. Goddamn nothing.
Okay. Let's crank the starter, see if that does it.
Oh, when it? Oh, high beam. Oh, high beam's
Okay.
off. On, off and on. Okay.
So we have
That's
no,
good.
yeah, we've got no left side switches anyway.
Sounds good though.
This is starter works.
Sounds happy. It's
Right.
actually cranking quite fast.
There's no plugs in it, so there's no compression.
Ah.
Yeah, electrical issues to have a look at. Just foam cleaner.
Flammable shit. Trying. Oh! It ran! That doesn't make any sense.
Hello and welcome to a post-night shift venture down the garage, and for some reason I chose to wear white. So today we're going to do some little ditty bits. There's a bracket here that holds on the clocks that's just a bit raggedy looking, as well as one here. So I'm going to pull them off and spruce them up a little bit, as well as remove all of the wiring loom because it needs to get trimmed down. We've still got all of the road stuff on, weird crimpy stuff. I think this might be a Japanese bike, purely basing that on stuff down there. But yeah, the Japanese bikes had a speed restricted that came in, and so there's some kind of rigging that you have to do with the speedo, which I think might be this questionable wire that is ended up over here. That's not where it was before, but it's where it is now. That leads off into the clocks. So I'm going to pull those brackets off, spruce them up a little bit, pull the loom off, and then have a look within the Bible and start with some little bits before my brain crashes even more. So we got the loom coming out, loomy loom coming out. Look at how many wires are in this loom that's coming out. So at this point we have no parts, no suspension, and time is ticking on. We did have lots of oxidization, so I spent the time cleaning up lots of little bits and trying to get the bike look a bit more presentable. Now I still had no key for the fuel tank, so inspired by an old episode of Top Gear, I got the hammer out. Ta-da! Right, we are nearly getting there. Now, being that this is a 30-year-old bike, well, over 30 years old, getting parts for it is a little bit difficult. So, big shout out to Andrew at GF Racing, who's been able to supply a lot of the parts and do some work on building bits, which has been really handy. Now, this box has arrived, and what we've got is chain, rear sprocket, 3 different flavors of front sprocket to go with them. And we've got some nice big NC30 calipers. And the 29 ones are floating 2-part, they're probably all right, but I'm just not a fan of that. I like to be able to stop if I need it. So we've got 4 parts of an NC30, fork lowers to match them that are down at AGR getting the suspension sorted. Now they have been fully rebuilt by Andrew. They've come with new pads to go with them. We've got a freshly rebuilt front master cylinder. We've got a rear master cylinder to go on the back because it's a bit crunchy. Up at the front, we've got new clip-ons, some nice tasty new grips. I like Domino's, I've gone with them. I just like this colour, so that's what we've got. And a fresh fuel pump. There's a couple little bits and pieces that I've just got around the workshop at the minute, but we'll start and we'll get them on. Hopefully get this thing looking like a bike very soon.
It's fine. I'm gonna go stand over here somewhere.
we have 20 days until the pre-TT, and the bike currently looks like this. Yeah, we got the suspension back from Andy, who did some wizardry with some K-Tech springs and in the front. We got YSS shock in the back, which is on, which meant I could get the bike outside because I want to blast stuff and sort of clean up the frame. So now we can do loom on, intake and stuff on. We've got the fuel pump to go on, fuel pump lines, or fuel lines, whatever. Fuel disconnects because they just make life easier. Chain, sprockets, front brakes, rear brake. A little brackety thing from there. Yeah, we'll do it. So we've got Tom. I'll give Tom the lowdown on where all the bits are, which you've already seen. And I suppose we'll do a time lapse. Huzzah! We're getting pretty close now. It's looking very bikey. Hopefully going to hear it run very soon. Obviously me and Brandon have heard it slightly purr on some easy start business, but we now got the fuel pump in that's doing what it should. There was no fuel pump cut-off relay, but I spoke to a local guy that races these and he said he doesn't have one on his for HRC stuff anyway. So if ignition's on, fuel pump's on now, and it's also going to be the rain lights on. Yeah, carry on putting in bits up. Gonna get the starter switch on. We have a throttle, it's nice and snappy. Yeah, it's new stuff. Oh, I need a choke cable. This is the old throttle cable that's gonna be the choke for now, because I don't have one at all.
It'll work to warm it up.
Yeah, and then it's just bodywork and tyres.
Not long. Not much left.
Brakes, rear sets on. Front brakes all upgraded from a
NC30.
Yep.
Chunky boy bits. Yeah. And then I can ride it the weekend, get the toothbrush out, and just start cleaning things. Yeah.
Is this connected to nothing?
No, that's ignition.
What's this one?
Start.
That's like a main key. That's like your key. That's
Oh,
like
right.
the thing, yeah.
Try turning it on. Go on. Is that switch on the right way round? Like that now? No. It's just special in here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spark.
No.
Okay. There we go.
Why?
Right, well after that disappointing non-fire up, we've done some electrical diagnosis, and for anyone that's ever done electrical diagnosis, we have the most irritating problem to find, which has been stressful, because the feed that comes out of the ignition switch that goes to the coils and the CDI was there sometimes. So there's one wire running through there that has some kind of not quite fully broken break somewhere along its line. And yeah, it's just going to be an arsehole to find, so I'm just going to replace the whole wire in the loom. And being that this bike is going to be out on track tomorrow, it's going to happen very quickly, and hopefully just the next thing you see is the bike looking more like a bike. WD-40 burning off, that's fine, that's fine. It's fucking alive! Oh, super. Right, what are we on? 16:43. I need to go to work in half an hour. And in that time, I need to load it up. So we're going to be doing some work at Jody. But that's fine. It runs. It fucking runs. I need to put water in it. It runs! Now Tom had a cracking idea to come and get the van while I was at work. Otherwise, I'd have been leaving at 9, probably up there for past before we could even start doing anything. So he came and swapped over vans, got up and got a jump start on it.
Well, good morning. We are on the way to Jody without Blake, and I'm in the ambulance for some reason. And that reason is, well, he was up until very late last night before starting his night shift, trying to get the 400 ready. It's not ready. I'm going to Jody to finish it. There's not really much else to say. We'll see you up there. Hello. Everything else is unloaded, like magic, camera magic. Pull the bike out. First time coming up to Jody, and if it's ever been to Jody before, and God knows how long. Wait. Now what we have to do is put this onto that. Bit of an update, Blake has arrived. The bike is looking more bike-like. Yeah, let's see what Blake's got to say.
Hello.
Where have you been?
Working.
Where? What do you think of your bike? It's more bikey.
Oh yeah.
Go look at the front of it.
Looks like a bike. Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Mint. Looks like a motorcycle. Cracking.
Right, Blake, what are we saying?
Pretty good at the minute. I think we're tails on. We've only got a bracket on one side, so it's got 3 out of the 4 of the mounts it needs. That'll be fine. Put some numbers on, although I cut out number 81 because that's what I've got for pre-TT, but we need ACU numbers for test day, so it's 18. Easy fix, just swap them around, but they definitely ain't going on straight. And yeah, at 4:30 yesterday, or 4 o'clock yesterday, this bike wasn't running. I was stressing out the fuck because I had to go to work and get it ready. And although it's quiet in the generator at the minute, it is running.
That sounds pretty good now, doesn't it?
Oh, one thing we do need to remember, it's not a fuel tap. Otherwise it'd die and we'd panic.
Man, imagine that out on track and it just runs out of fuel.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
The car's just drained. You're like, oh, what the fuck is it? It's started. Oh well. Yeah, here she is. Hopefully she does well.
Well, here we are. The £200 Facebook Marketplace bike is finally getting ridden, and it was a massive relief. Now, getting out onto the track, it felt small, underpowered, all the controls were in the wrong place. It was a very alien experience, but what a relief it was to finally be riding it. Little did we know that the headaches were yet to come, and it wasn't the bike. Life was going to throw us some serious curveballs.
Why are you getting changed in that? So Blake's done lots of riding. The bike,
Don't look at my underpants.
pretty good. Yeah, don't look at his penis.
Yeah, no, it felt really good there. We had a bit of the issue with the carbs, and get off me leg, you sweaty bastard. We fixed it by basically running the tank quite full and not going through reserve. So there's something in the tank that we need to get out, which we will do, but until that time, you know, we couldn't do that here, so we just put more fuel in it, and the carbs ran 8 litre, which was good. I had to remember it was a track day, test day, and be a bit courteous there. So insert clips of going round the chicane and patiently waiting for a novice to get through bus stop because it's a bit scatty and I don't want to spook her there. That's turned on. Okay, that died at some point. Get in there, GoPro. But yeah, overall pretty good. I am the wrong size for that bike in every possible way, and
Goddamn big bastard.
yeah, me sensitive parts have been relocated, but it's good. So now we've got a couple little snags to fix and paint work for pre-TT.
Nothing major though.
Yeah, but it's happening.
Good shakedown.
It's happening. So yeah, we're going road racing. If you want to support that, because we're finally doing it and it's awesome, either drop us a message because you can have your name on the bike or on the tail, or wherever you want to put it. We've also got merch over in the shop, unrestrictedil.com/shop. There's loads of cool stuff in there, and yeah, you get some cool stuff. We get a little bit of money to help towards racing. Everyone's a winner.
Wow, cinematic.
It's everywhere. I should not have done that.
So, we've done a bit more. Oil has been changed. You didn't see that because the camera was dead at the time. Blake's on some painting.
We have done some painting. Gone. Yeah.
The wheels are now Blake's signature, multicoloured.
I do like them.
Yes. We're now doing some riv nuts.
Because riv nuts are the best invention ever. Don't mess around with blind nuts and shite. You just stick a little insert in. Wham, bam. Bolt on, bolt off. Put them all over the place now. Which is handy.
There was a hole in the belly pan. I'm assuming it was a drain.
Oh yeah, the little bung at the bottom. Yeah, I think it used to be a thing, and then the scrutineers decided I'm not allowed that anymore.
Yeah, so I've fiberglassed that over, which you can't tell because I've done such a good job. But whoever did the front one did not do a good job, which is very nice. And this mounting hole here has been repaired because, if you can see the previous job, it was weak and broke, which is fine, but it's been fixed. Blake's excited about the new seat foam.
Yes. It's very small and I need more leg room. So I'm going to try and...
Just cut your legs down.
Oh, I thought about that. Yeah, we are getting very close. Very close.
We are what, T-minus? Very few days.
This time next week we'll have had the newcomers briefing and shit be signed on, ready to rock for Friday.
Well, for you, this would be like 30 seconds away, most likely.
Yes, let's do that. So the newcomer briefing is in 9 hours. I'm currently in Blackpool and they've just cancelled my boat. Right, it is 5 to 7. We have signed on, done the briefing, got lots of things stamped on a card. Just on a lap with Chris Palmer in the van. It's very wet, which is, you know what it is. Done the briefing, and yeah, I'm fucking stressed. Still don't have leathers. Hopefully they're going to arrive tomorrow. I've gone down to Manx Indy and they should be holding them so we can go pick them up in the morning if they arrive. I mean, they should have been here weeks ago. We should have the new suit as well, but that's looking fucked. So they were going to send it on Monday on the next day, which usually it's the Isle of Man, so you give it an extra day anyway, but then they didn't send it, so it's just... Oh, I don't know. I'm fucking stressed. do not need this shit right now. We're going road racing. Oh, we are on the way down south and it's spitting.
It's spitting, everybody in!
I think we're gonna be alright with the weather. Sunday looks fucked, but I think we're gonna be alright. Alright, there's a little, why are these people turning around? What's happening? Yeah, we've got levers, we have the bike loaded up, it all seems to be doing what it should. We've got all sorts of other kit, we're not entirely sure what the crack is with the floor because the paddock's a bit of a swamp apparently, so yeah, we've got some floor, but I think we need that in the holding area. I don't know. We're gonna go down and see what's happening. Do you want a lift, mate?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Right, sound spot on.
See you in a minute.
Yeah, see you soon. Right, so we are the back line,
Yeah.
down almost at the end.
Yeah. They're all marked on the floor.
This one.
No.
Next one.
Next one.
Next one.
Right, that back line there. See what they all are?
yeah.
We're there.
Right, momentum, let's go.
Yeah, a bit of momentum. Fucking ruts there, so stay left, probably, like in between where it's clean.
Ah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah, the
stay,
wheels
go,
in.
go right.
That's not where I'm steering.
Trying to don't get stuck in a rut. And we're on that back line there, I think. Stuck. The ABS just killed it.
Yeah.
Can you turn ABS off on this?
Don't think so. I'll tell you what, Tom, do you want to, you know what we did with the Endurance and put your one at the back of this? Keep it all in line. No, yeah, gazebo.
Yeah.
Do that. Cool.
Right, your ramp's fucked.
Is it?
Yeah, not great.
Oh.
Wow, look at that.
So obviously we got stuck in that bit of a field there, and that's the way that we've got to get through to get to scrutineering and then go into the holding area. So Tom, super tactical. Put some pallet wrap, because I wouldn't have thought of that. And yeah, protect the tyres a bit before it goes up that way. So it is currently 2:45, roads close at 6, so we'll have to be in and
Tyres warmers on.
yeah, in, scrutineered, tyres warm, all that shite in the holding area, because at 6:15 we're out for a lap with the traveller marshal, familiarisation or whatever. I think it's just one lap, and then you get back in, and then at 7:20 we're out for the actual session. Weather is grey, but looking alright at the moment.
Wow.
Also shout out to all the tail gang.
Yes, big thank yous.
Should have a tail cam down somewhere around here. Look at that for review.
You need to put a lock wire point on that camera as well.
Oh yeah, I do. Shout out to TM Vinyl for doing the stickers. We got some cool ones. Major shouts to Cheryl and Mo from down in Australia, and Nell, who have supported greatly. And yeah, is the cool retro sticker that should have gone with the retro levers, but we ain't got them. Branded out of cider and TM again. And everyone else that has offered their time, like Tom. Tom does lots of that.
Thanks.
Just offers their support, bits and pieces, good advice. Yeah, we're going road racing, baby. Yeah, ramp's fucked, innit?
She started sinking quite a bit.
Point turn on the man. Well, here she is, the return of the orange vest. I remember when I couldn't wait to get rid of this thing going through novice license, but now it's back after sitting on the shelf for years as a reminder that I'm going to go road racing. So putting it back on felt pretty good. We got the camera set up for a good angle of everyone supporting on the tail gang as we started prepping our last bits to finally get out on closed roads. And then we did a little bit of waiting and a little bit more waiting, and we waited some more. There was cars on the track. So we've currently got a delay. There's cars parked on the road. Not very handy. So they're going to have to shift them. We'll find the owners or put them on a truck or something, and then we'll be able to get out. The joys of road racing, we had to wait for cars to be moved off the track as they were parked too close, but then we could get out for 2 speed-controlled laps behind travelling marshals as required for newcomers. And in the wise words of Matt Milcrease, this meant I was no longer a car park racer. Hello, camera.
Car park racer, no more?
No more car park racing, no. We've been on roads. First 2 TM laps, not much, so yeah, now we wait. Do the next one. Yeah, I was brain. It's hard to describe. It was somehow everything I expected and nothing like it at all. It felt like a road, but kind of more like a track. And at one point I was actually quite confused that there was people stood around the edges, you know, used to them being far back on a track. The TM speed controlled lap was a bit strange, and I wasn't sure if I was allowed to overtake or anything. So I was glad to be getting out after a short wait into our proper session. Now this is a mixed session for 600s, 400s, there's 2 strokes in the middle, whatever they were calling them. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit interesting. Now as you'll see up ahead, we've got a bike number 22 there. You're going to see a lot more of him in this video because we'd ended up getting quite tangled, and when it came to the race, it got very scrappy. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm heading out on my first session, getting let loose on closed roads as a road racer. What a thing to be able to say.
Catching it.
Yeah, but we were quite far back.
Sorry, I just got a little ass here.
Like spilt.
Go on, it's a bit of ass.
It's not what it looks like.
Damn, Daniel!
Damn! I'm stuck! Oh, it did not bend like that. Oh!
You do some gymnastics, boy.
Oh.
You're a road racer now.
I'm a road racer now. Well, I'm a road practicer now.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're a road qualifier.
Yeah.
That's basically the TT. That's qualifying the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm saying, yeah. Come on, Michael Dunlop, haven't you? Hickman who? What? Okay, so back in from the session that I've just learned is timed. I thought it was untimed. It's annoying. I had fun, which is the most important bit, and so I kind of came into this race with one goal of beating Adam, and it's friendly, innit? Friendly competition, and then a new goal after finding out that the top 30 will race tomorrow, and then anyone out of that goes in the what's the word? Consolation, that's the one, on Sunday, which is fucked. That is definitely wet. No, thank you very much. So top 30 is good. Now in that session, I had a lot of fun and was chilling we've got a slipping clutch, and as soon as I saw the checkered flag, I was like, ah, I'll roll off and coast over here. And it's put me just behind Adam with 0.3 of a second. So we're 26 and 27. We're both in currently for the Saturday race. But obviously everything's going to change because tomorrow is going to be more of a, everyone's warmed up a bit for proper qualifying. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Fortunately, Becky's new bike has a new EBC clutch in it and a clutch cover gasket. Yay. So we're going to go and get a clutch, put a clutch in the bike. Thanks, Becky.
I'm never going to ride this bike, am I?
You're still running the original clutch that came with it.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I bought it for £200 on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know anything about it.
How long did the guy have it?
The guy that I bought it off, I think he had it for 6-ish years.
Right. So
he said that the guy he bought it off, it just sat in the garage and did nothing with it. The only paperwork I've got from it, it's a 1991. I've got a V5 logbooky thing from like 2000 and a dyno run from Slick from 2001. That's it. The only paperwork.
So you've got a minimum 10-year-old clutch, and we've no idea how much life was
Could
on
be
it.
original, no idea. But yeah, aggressive gear changes, it's slipping. Well, the big clips because the insert is actually working. So yeah, insert rev gauge doing.
A quick nip back to the garage to pull the clutch out of Becky's bike, and I was ready to go to bed, get ready for the next day.
Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of the pre, and we're going to do a clutch this morning. So we'll get the gazebo up out of the way so we can get in the back of the ambulance. And yeah, nice little bit of cover from the sun because it's a lovely sunny day. I'll have to get the bike out, side off, throw a clutch in, see what happens. So I'm going to do that. It is a very bright day. Luckily, I have a hat. Protect the eyeballs a little bit. And Dan, look, she look good. We've also got the normal style hat. If you want one of them, that's Becco's. Available in the store. So yeah, right. Go get the bike out with the broken ramp after I drove the van over it yesterday.
With the clutch sorted, we got the bike back through scrutineering, headed to our spot in the holding area to load up on the stands and warmers, and it was back down to the Ambo for some lunch and get changed, ready for a lovely sunny session. Unfortunately, it was about to get cut short.
What has just happened? It was a red flag situation. A girl's gone down. I can't remember her name. I think it starts with an A. Ashley. Yeah. Sounds like she's all right. So we'll yeah, we'll find out. And if she's all right, you're going to see a load of footage of the crash scene and just how many people appeared from everywhere. There was TMs, marshals everywhere, officials, loads of vehicles. Like, this is why being on track, even when it's a road, is way safer than just out and about jollying around. So get on track because medical's waiting. Yeah, well, what was the time there? Did you say 23rd, some 09?
309.
I found like 6 seconds or something anyway, which is good.
6 seconds it is, yeah.
6 seconds, cool. Yeah. You're not going to be able to hear me anymore, so yeah, we'll wait till we go racing.
The forecast was meant to be great, but it's the Isle of Man. So, with 2 sets of wheels, we'd brought dries and some well-psyched road tyres, thinking that they'd act as intermediates. As we went out onto the sighting lap, I was confident that it was pretty good. You know, there was some grey patches, there was some damp bits, but there was a little bit of sunshine and some dry lines. So with people out on slicks and wets, we were in the mix and it was going to be pretty good. As you can see as we come down here, it almost started to brighten up a little bit, but as we got round to the back of the circuit, the heavens opened and the rain just came belting down. Now, I wasn't comfortable out in the wet, I'd never seen the circuit in the wet, and I thought this might be a little bit hairy. But as we headed down to get ready to line up on the grid, riders were just waved on. No, not happening, the race is abandoned, you need to go back through into the holding area. The race was declared wet and a 15-minute delay was given so that riders could change over onto wet wheels. However, we didn't have wet wheels. Of the wheel choices we had dry and these well-psyched sort of inter-road tyres. So we kept them on and I headed out for the sighting lap. As you can see, the red X and white flags were out at pretty much every marshal post. The ducks would have been happy, but I can't say that I was. And as we came into Church Bends, I said there was a bit of standing water, and well, as you can see here, yeah, it was very, very soggy. And I was thinking, do I stay out and just have a bimble round, get a result? Is the roads a place to be doing that? I thought, nah, there's just too much risk. I'm not going to enjoy it, I'm not going to perform well. So when the riders came round to foam up the grid, I held back with Matt Milcreast and made the decision that, nah, I was just going to not start. And while a difficult decision, it was the smart one. So we waited until the riders set off and pulled back into the paddock.
Oh yeah. They had a board out saying standing water at Church Bends.
Yeah.
There's fucking puddles everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, not interested.
No, it's not worth it.
Nah, if it had been wet all weekend
And you've been out.
and I knew it in the wet,
Yeah, but to go out and do it.
So we'll see.
You're
It's
not
fucking annoying.
You're not going to prove anything, are you?
No. Well, I'm not out there to win anything, and in that, I ain't going to be fucking enjoying it either.
No, that's it, mate. Oh well, fucking unlucky, mate.
I know. Well, get out of this. Get a bit of fucking neck oil in.
I must admit, I was fucking gutted when I watched you lot all go out.
Yeah. The first one we went out, I thought, you know what, I might have a chance here because
Yeah,
it
you're
was
right.
mid-ground. Like,
Yeah.
in the dry bits, I'd be better than the wets.
Yeah.
And in the wet bits, I wouldn't be quite as good as the wets. So it was probably going to be all right. I mean, some mad cunt in front of me was on slicks, which was definitely a no.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No. Go and sink a few.
Yeah. Yeah.
See if we get this engine fucking swapped so I get out tomorrow.
Hello, I am just waiting for Blake to come. He's just speaking to Adam, a fellow Manxie on a NC30, I think. Yeah, the heavens opened, we changed some wheels and Blake's come in. So I'm just waiting for him to come back over.
Right, I'm going to get changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking horrible.
Well done for coming in.
Oh, it's frustrating.
Ah.
Now Becky did go and ask in the office if we could be moved into the consolation race because I hadn't actually started the race and a few people had been moved. Like you heard, Adam's engine blew, so he got moved into the consolation race, but we were told no. So rather than hang around and wait for the paddock to turn into a proper swamp after everyone left, we packed up quick, hooked up the Subaru and dragged the Ambo out to head home. I was not in the best of moods, but I'm glad we didn't drink him away because things were about to do a 180.
Oh my god, you could not fucking make this shit up. I've just had a call from a lad at work. So after being told no, we can't race today, and then backing out of the race yesterday, fucking he's just sent the grid. We're on the grid for the consolation race in the second row, and it's dry. Oh, so now we gotta panic. Try to put socks on and we'll do some fucking racing. Right, okay, so oh my god, I can't get through here. Everything has moved. Right, yeah. Now I've woken up. Big shout out to fucking Mark Neen at work, who was looking at the grids and rang me to wake me up out of bed and said, do you know you're in this race? So we're now back down at the paddock in a new spot after not going through the swamp because loads of people have left. Steve Marsh has managed to find us wets, so we had to use the road tyres because that was the issue yesterday. We just got to figure out how to change them, get the bike scrutineered. Yeah, we go again. I'm now on emergency breakfast duty because I haven't eaten. I got woken up by that phone call and Tom hasn't eaten. So we got some paninis, scissors, some chicken that I grabbed out of the fridge, and that's about it. We are not as prepared as we were earlier. Old Quinn on balancing, Tom and Ross swapping the front, Becky's on T duty. We'll do some cameras.
Yeah, you do the important bit.
The important bits, yes.
Yeah, also, have you told them why we're here? Not in bed?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking.
Little snappy bits. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go out and get absolutely lashed last night. That would have been a mistake.
Now I'm not saying that weather forecasters are liars, but Sunday was meant to be absolutely lashing it down and definitely wet. But as we got close to the race, not only had it not rained in a while, but it was getting very dry. So we got back onto the dry tyres. Could you believe this stuff? No, but let's go. It's a dry race, baby.
Well, that is it. Road race done, and not only did I have done a fucking race now, but I actually ended up having a bit of a battle with a guy. Yeah, so I managed to do some passing, which I don't normally do. I did fuck up the start, which I do normally do. Yeah, managed to. What did we get down? 305 or something? 305. So
309 yesterday.
yeah, so quicker than yesterday in the race, which was ace. It was a little bit of rain came. We quite early on passed Dale on a little two-stroke thing with a bit of a scatty block pass, and then got into a tussle with the green bike, and we were back and forth constantly because he's got the legs to get going, but I could get the tighter corners better to get a squirt out, and we were bar to bar at some point, or several points really, and in proper GoPro fashion it's turned off, so we're not sure what footage we've got. We got some of it plus the rest of this video, but we'll fill you in for there. And yeah, £200 Facebook Marketplace bike has just gone road racing. Woo!
Right, everyone that's still here, sorry that the end of this video has been a bit messy, but with cameras dying, everything that's gone on and gone wrong, you know, it's been a bit hectic. I hope you've been able to follow on with what happened in what ended up a good ending to the most stressful and hectic journey I've had in my race career. It's been the pre-TT around the Ballown Southern 100 course. Now, we're returning to this course in just a couple of weeks for the Southern 100 aboard Modern Machinery. The R6 is going to be putting out double the power that the 400 has, so stay tuned for that because it's going to get real interesting. If you'd like to support in this venture and everything that's going on, please head over to unrestrictedr.com/shop. We've got t-shirts and hats and bits and pieces. If you want to buy us some fuel, you can do that, but I always like to give something back for anyone that's supported. If you're over watching the race, come find the ambulance. We'll have a flag up. Come say hello. It's great to meet everyone that's come along for this journey as we're playing around with motorbikes. Now, this video has been quite long, but with everything that's gone on and gone wrong, there just wasn't any way that we could cut this down. So I appreciate your time for spending it and getting to the end here. I hope you enjoyed your cup of tea or whatever you've had while you've been watching this video. Please make sure you're subscribed. Drop a comment down below. It really does help with all the algorithm and social kind of bits, and it is massively appreciated. While you're out and about, I hope you enjoy riding. As always, ride safe, not slow. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching.